Hi there, Trish Duncan, Builds by the Bay, local realtor here in the Thornbury Blue Mountains region. Anyway, I would like to talk to you a little bit about buying resort condominiums in the Blue Mountain Village. I get asked the question quite a bit. How does it work? How does buying a resort condominium in the Blue Mountains work? Well, the first thing is you have the opportunity to purchase anywhere from a bachelor right up to a 3-bedroom penthouse. You know, sky's the limit, price is the limit. Well, there is a limit, but you can, let me know your budget and how many rooms you need and where you want to be, and then we can determine that after. So buying in the village, there are 5 buildings to choose from: the Westin, Weider Lodge, Mosaic, Seasons, and the Grand Georgian. So each one of those has its different amenities that we are going to talk about one by one. The Westin, you have the opportunity to purchase, as I've mentioned, bachelor right up to a 3-bedroom penthouse, and it has an indoor-outdoor pool known as the Plunge and hot tub. There's a concierge for parking. You check in your own door, which is the front of the Westin. You have underground parking. There are meeting rooms there. There's a games room. You have on-site lockers that are right on the main floor. And there's a 24-hour room service, and there's a restaurant on site, and they allow pets. So that's the unique thing about the Westin. Moving over to Weider Lodge, that is the smallest of the buildings, and it is also associated with 3 other in terms of the parking and the concierge. Grand Georgian and Seasons, you all share a common underground parking, and you check in at the Grand Georgian. You are closest to the hill when you are there, right outside the Bullet, in terms of hopping on the ski hill, and you have been renovated as of 2022, so that's a bonus. And you have an outdoor pool and hot tub and amenities on site like a games room as well. The Mosaic is the next building I want to speak about, and the Mosaic has its own concierge and its own parking that you will be checking in on that side. And it's kind of cool because it also has an outdoor pool that is all year. So it's kind of special in that, you're in the dead of winter, you come off the hill, and then all of a sudden this beautiful outdoor pool that is heated so wonderfully, and you're like swimming in the snowflakes. It's kind of cool. So that's a uniqueness about that. Next, we have Seasons. The Seasons building is more family, which is nice. It's a little quieter building because it's a little further away from all the activity. Having said that, it's still right in the village. It's got an outdoor pool available for your use for the summer months, and then it has an outdoor hot tub, which is available all year. It has a little workout room, and your concierge where you're checking in is at the Grand Georgian, and then you have the underground parking available, and then you get up onto your side, which is great. Last but not least is the Grand Georgian. Grand Georgian is the hub of all the activity. You're going to be wheeling in there, and as a homeowner, they will be, checking you in there, and then you're having the shared parking with underground parking with Weider and with Seasons. So you, as you check in into the homeowner services, there's a specific area for homeowners that once you book on your calendar, your keys, etc., are available to you there. So that's kind of a nice little privilege. You can just hop the line. You don't get in there with all the other hotel guests. You go right to homeowner services area, and they'll give you your keys and your parking pass. So I want to talk a little bit about the perceived cons now. So a lot of people are interested in purchasing these, and they want to use it personally or use it to rent it out on Airbnb themselves. Well, you cannot do that, unfortunately. So the Blue Mountain Rental Association does that on your behalf as a homeowner. You do not need to worry about anything. So you just literally lock and go. They do all the rentals for you, and you just, collect the checks once a month. The other thing is, other people say, can I purchase it and use it myself 100%? Yes, you can. However, the HST that has been deferred on it will be due on closing. So keep that in mind if you want to use it personally, and then you cannot, try to trick them and rent it out yourself. So reality is these units are meant to be in a rental program in the rental pool for you to enjoy, lock and go. So buying at Blue, and how can I help you? So the first thing that we all need to know about buying in the Blue Mountain Village is there is a village entrance fee, which is 2% of purchase price. So whatever your purchase price is, you're going to be paying 2% plus HST on top of that to the Blue Mountain Village Association. And that allows you, to enjoy all the services. I mean, there's so many. There is the security, which is a big one. There is all the entertainment in the village square, fireworks, horse and buggy rides. And then they have fires, like beautiful, lovely wood burning fires to enjoy some hot chocolate or a drink around. And then tons of little concerts, tons of concerts available to you in there. So that's what the 2% goes toward. Okay, so let's talk rental program. If you purchase in the Blue Mountain Village, you have the opportunity to join the rental pool. And I'm going to say 97% of people who own in the village are in that rental pool. And that means you're allowed to use your unit up to 10 days a month. Homeowner services, when you purchase, they will be sending you a homeowner services package, which includes a calendar. And the calendar is for you to pick, log off your 10 days a month that you want. If you don't want to use it 10 days a month, then you just leave it in the rental program, and it will make money as based on a specific ratio. So you don't get like 50% of whatever your room rented for. It is in a pool, and everybody in the building who is in that pool shares the proceeds of that night. So the rental revenue that you receive from the rental pool comes into you kind of mid-month every month, and that's kind of cool. So to talk to you a little bit about the homeowner services, once you sign your agreement to purchase sale, your firm, you'll be signing a homeowner services agreement, and that talks about you being in the rental program, outlines your fees, outlines cleaning fees, what happens if someone damages your property, etc. So they'll be walking you through what that looks like. And then monthly, you are paid the 15th to 21st, somewhere in there. You're paid, for the month previous is. And what I like to suggest to people is, it's up to you, but I set up an account that has like my mortgage and my taxes and everything coming out of, and then the rental money goes into there, and then it offsets. And then I just check on it, and if I need to buffer it a little, I do. And if not, covers it, bonus. And a lot of people think, oh, you know what? I'm going to use it, more in the summer than the winter because I'm not going to make as much rental revenue. I got to tell you, the village is 100% booked capacity in July and August. You make the most rental revenue then. Speaking of capacity, a lot of people say on average, overall, your building will be rented out 50%. So it's meaning you're not at capacity. When you're at capacity, obviously every room is rented out, which means the rental revenue is a lot higher because it's 100%. Whereas at 50%, you're dividing up the rental revenue based on that. So your amount fluctuates day to day, but what's kind of cool is they give you day to day. Like if you were in the unit, they'll send you the calendar and say, hey, if you didn't stay there that night, you could have made, $96 or 200 depending. So it's kind of cool to kind of like watch that, and then you can, pick and choose your dates. So overall, I think I've mentioned, all of them have pools, all of them have hot tubs. There's pros and cons to each one. You're allowed to use 10 days in the 4 buildings, which is Weider, Seasons, Grand Georgian, and Mosaic. And then the Westin, you can use 6 days a month. I've given the pros and cons, not the pros and cons, I've given the building amenities to each building, and outlined, the opportunities of what you can have to purchase in there, from a bachelor right up to 3-bedroom penthouse. So if you have any further questions, I do have a little brief outline of basically what I've been saying. And then feel free to contact me for viewings and showings or to list. Take care.